Hi, I'm Kenneth WAJDA, and I'm a professional photographer in Colorado. And today's photography talk, I'm going to talk about photographing the things that you love the most and specializing. There are a lot of photographers who, if you ask them if they shoot close-ups, they'll say yes, and weddings, yes, and portraits, yes, and landscapes, yes, and anything that you ask them, they say yes. And that's great to have the proficiency, but in all honesty, people like David Dublier, who shoots underwater, is known because of his incredible underwater photos, but you won't see on his website some wedding work and some portraits and some landscapes, because that's not what he is. And as a photographer, specialists end up getting more work in that specialty because they're known for it. So Annie Leibovitz is certainly a person to go to if you want a celebrity portrait. So celebrities go to her, and she has the market cornered on celebrity portrait. But you don't see her advertising puppy photos or landscapes, because we would almost say, well, what is that? Who is that? That doesn't ring true to her brand. And just like in a lot of fields, people like to stick with a brand, and people make brands. Like Stephen King can't really write a romance novel because he's the horror guy. And Quentin Tarantino can't really make a simple love story because he's the violent guy. The industry sort of find people who are in a certain element of their creativity, and they want them to stay in that because they can brand them like that. We want quirky and odd from David Lynch. We want, what we're familiar with is what we want. And it's easy to go to underwater, if you need an underwater shot, to go to David Dublier because his name is the first name you think of when you think of that kind of work. And what is your specialty? What's my specialty? My specialty is very much photojournalism and portraiture and people photography. So you won't see landscapes on my website. Now, have I shot landscapes? I have a lot of photographs from Rocky Mountain National Park through visits and through teaching. I've taught some nature photography, but those aren't on my website because I can't be everything. And we have to specialize and only show what we are really wanting to brand ourselves at, because if it catches on, that's all you're going to be allowed to make, because that's all they'll see you as your brand. So it's important that we think about specialization as photographers. If your favorite thing is to shoot weddings, be the best wedding photographer ever and take the other things off your site. If you love to shoot landscapes, then maybe the puppies and the family shots shouldn't be on that site, because people will turn to you and say, I need you for that because you're that good. That's today's talk. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.